All right, here we are, everybody. It's Tom and Fern, with Tom and Fern.
All right.
I'm Tom.
I'm Fern.
All right, we're our self-selected all-star team.
And do you mind if I just do this for a second? I just want to show.
Yeah.
And on the back, number 9. Now, maybe you don't know this. I wore this when I appeared in the 1989 All-Star game. I was at the end of the bench. And obviously, I was on juice at the time, as you can tell. But All-Star game next week.
All-Star game next week. Yeah, let's just go to our favorite memories right away. Cut to them. My first one. I think we share the same first memory.
Yes.
All-Star game, 1970, actually in Riverfront Stadium. Pete Rose bowls over Ray Fosse.
Bowls him over.
12th inning.
12th inning. Pete Rose, what a lot of people may not know, was the night before, Pete Rose had Ray Fosse over for dinner, so they were friends. That didn't mean anything as he was barreling down the third plate. He really didn't have to. His career, Ray Fosse was never the same after that. But that was probably the first big memory. Big memory I have. Yeah. And the next year also.
I can see right now Pete sitting down with Fosse for dinner saying, you know what, I bet you I'm going to bowl you over tomorrow night.
And I bet you I'm going to dislocate your shoulder and end your career.
That's right. The next year.
Very next year. Now, this is the one I know you're a couple of years older than me. This is the one I truly remember. Reggie Jackson taking Doc Ellis off the light standard. If the light standard wasn't there, it still might be traveling.
In Detroit?
In Detroit. At Old Tiger Stadium. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. That game, 6 future Hall of Famers hit home runs in that game. How many can you name? I know it's on the spot here, Chief.
That's not fair.
One of your boys did it. One of the Oriole guys.
Brooks Robinson? No?
Frank
Robinson.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, help me out.
Okay. Well, we just had Bench.
Johnny Bench.
Right. Hank Aaron. Jackson, we just mentioned. Harmon Killebrew. And Roberto Clemente.
Yeah, that's nice. All right. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
All right. Let's see. 1993. 1993.
Now, was that Cal?
No, that's not Cal. That's when John Kruk.
That was Randy Johnson.
Because Randy Johnson almost threw a fastball over his head.
Right.
Kruk was walking to the dugout the next couple swings.
Right.
And then the next year, 4 years later, remember Randy Johnson was facing Larry Walker.
Right.
Larry Walker, same thing, sails over his head. Larry turns around his helmet and gets into the other side of the box.
Right.
So he didn't have to.
That was when Randy Johnson was still considered a little bit wild, but Kruk's was hilarious.
Yeah, that was the best.
That was keeping in what his personality was all about.
Yeah. All right, 1999, one of the best ever. Ted Williams.
I throw my chest a little bit. What little chest I have.
Ted Williams comes out in the golf cart. Fans are going crazy.
Right.
I was watching the video of it the other day, and you can tell it was a few years ago because actually flash bulbs were popping.
Digital wasn't in play yet.
Right. So they bring Ted out to the pitcher's mound. All the players gather around him.
And that was genuine.
It was genuine.
It seemed like a lot of these great players were truly in awe of seeing a guy they had read and seen in clips.
Yeah. Remember Tom Seaver and Eddie Murray and those guys were all in suits.
Right.
Yeah, Eddie had the Apollo Creed kind of look. Apollo Creed going
and then
on
what
there.
happened after that? Pedro Martinez went out and struck out, started the game, struck out all 6 guys or 5 out of 6?
Barry Larkin, Larry Walker, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, Matt Williams, and Jeff Bagwell.
Right.
Pretty talented crew there.
Now, 10 years earlier, we're not going in sequential sequence here.
Not now, no.
No, but 1989, Bo Jackson, coming out party, first pitch of the game, takes Rick Russell about 500 feet to center field. Remember Rick Russell?
Right, that kind of Pillsbury Doze boy on the mound.
And Bo hit it about 480 feet, 500 feet, and that was sort of Bo's coming out party for Major League Baseball, actually.
All right, so then 2 years later, kind of my personal favorite, my own favorite, Cal Ripken starts at shortstop in his final game. He was actually going to be playing third.
Right.
Alex Rodriguez was at shortstop, invited Cal over. Actually, the last decent thing that Alex Rodriguez did on the field. And then Cal launches a solo blast in the third inning and is the MVP at 40. So that's kind of, endearing to me, but hard to beat the 1999 with Pedro and the Ted Williams thing.
And then 3 years later, we had the fiasco where they ran out of pitchers and the game had to be declared a tie, and Bud Selig was the commissioner, and Bud Selig took a lot of heat, and his legacy, that'll be part of his legacy. How can you allow an all-star game and then a tie like that? How do you?
I think you just do it.
I do. Well,
You signal when you go, you shake your tie and you go, it's over.
Now the All-Star game, the way it's constructed right now, the winner has home field advantage for the World Series. Now, if you're going to have so much riding on the All-Star game, do you agree that the All-Star game should be played a little bit differently? Don't feel a need to get every player into the game, right? Don't feel a need to have every pitcher pitch an inning, right?
No,
manage like it means something.
Yeah, unless you want to get lit up on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. You know?
Everybody does now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of lighting up on Twitter, we know our fans are going crazy right now, so please watch us again. I think we've fulfilled our time, and
we're running a little bit over, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to sign off. I'm Tom.
I'm Fern.
And you've been with Tom and Fern.
See you next week.
See you.